Hello, today I'm sharing some of my most used Sephora products that I think are worth grabbing during the Sephora savings event, which is now open to all tiers. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, and let's go ahead and get into these beauty staples that I use and reach for all the time and think you'll love as much as I do. I already shared some products that I frequently use in my other recommendations videos that are already up because they fit those topics really well. If you're interested in those videos, they'll be linked for you up in the corner and down in my description box so you can catch those videos after you watch this one. I'll also have all the products I'm sharing and wearing today linked for you down in my description box too, and through YouTube shopping. You can shop and save as many times as you want throughout the duration of the sale. It ends on November 10th, and the code to shop for all tiers is everything. All of those specifics are also down in my description box for you. This first product should not come as a surprise to you. If you've been watching my videos regularly since the beginning of my channel, I have been singing the praises of Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. When applied correctly, this looks so natural and beautiful. You can build it from medium all the way to full coverage. There are 56 shades to choose from. It's oil-free, alcohol-free. There's no added fragrance. It also feels incredibly lightweight and comfortable, and this will last you through anything: sweat, heat, humidity. And trust me, I would know. I live in New Orleans. It is insanely humid here all year long. It's also hot here the majority of the year. Now, because it's so incredibly bulletproof, I always recommend applying it in light, thin layers in sections. I have an entire video on how to apply this correctly. I'll have that linked up in the corner for you and down in my description box below. This is also a really versatile foundation in that it mixes in well with other products. You can mix in a moisturizer or a facial oil for added moisture or to thin out the coverage a bit, or you can mix it in with a favorite mattifying or radiant foundation to increase the longevity of that particular foundation. It applies, looks, feels, and wears beautifully on all areas of my combination oily skin that's normal around the perimeter but can be dry in that area, and that gets some shine and oil breakthrough in the center of my face. This isn't a matte foundation, it just has a nice natural finish. I've gone through numerous bottles. It's a fantastic, long-lasting, incredibly long-lasting, maintenance-free, any occasion foundation for all skin types. By the way, in a couple of days, I'll be doing a Sephora recommendations video just on foundations of various types for all skin types. I haven't done one of those during the Sephora sale before, and I thought it might be helpful, so stay tuned for that. Now let's talk about an under eye combo, a combination of under eye products that works really well for me. It's a pretty no-fail for my dark circles with under eye hollows, dryness, texture, and fine lines. So even though I apply eye cream during my skincare routine, right when I sit down to do my makeup, I want a hydration boost, some under eye prep. And the product I reach for the most is Tula 24/7 Power Swipe. This is a hydrating day and night treatment balm. There is a ton of product in here. You only swipe it a couple of times under each eye. I've used quite a bit of this and I still have a ton to go. It will last you forever. So this is a great prep hydration booster between my skincare and makeup steps to hydrate, prep, treat, smooth my under eye. I just swipe it under my eyes out to the crow's feet area and tap, blend out the edges. I've actually been prepping my under eyes like this for years when I do my makeup because it just helps my makeup products look and wear better throughout the day. It's kind of like an eye cream in balm form and an under eye primer all in one. It deeply hydrates, but it's lightweight. It has ingredients in it like peptides to help reduce the look of fine lines and wrinkles. And it also has squalane, caffeine, apple, watermelon, some other ingredients that help hydrate, firm, and help reduce the look of puffiness. And it has some other ingredients in it that help protect your under eyes from pollution and blue light. It works extremely well under makeup, and if you're traveling and you don't want to pack a separate eye cream, two separate products, or if you just want a solid product because you're flying, it can also function as your skincare eye cream too. It's just a really great versatile product. So that's step one. Next is my Bobbi Brown Color Corrector Stick in Bisque, which I've talked about thousands of times, it seems, on this channel. You can swipe this on directly with the stick or do like I do and tap your finger into it. I really really like blending this out with the warmth of my finger. I don't swipe this, but I tap it out until it just basically fuses with my under eyes. This helps neutralize the discoloration under my eyes before I use concealer, and it allows me to use less concealer, which is always great. The less layers under your eyes, the better. It doesn't cake, it doesn't crease, and it works well under every concealer I've ever used it under. It's waterproof, sweat and humidity resistant. It wears really well throughout the day. It doesn't fade. And it also has some nice ingredients in it. Coffee seed extract is one I'm thinking of immediately that help depuff and infuse your skin with moisture. I've been raving about Sarah Creel Face Flex Concealer and Complexion Enhancer since I first tested it and discovered it. This is such a fantastic concealer for mature, dry under eyes. Her entire line is created for women over 40. There are really nice ingredients in here. It sort of fuses with my under eyes as I blend it out. It looks incredibly natural and seamless, and it doesn't get dry and cakey or make my under eyes look crepey as the day goes on. It has a very thin consistency, so I often let it sit and thicken a bit before I start tapping it to blend it out, because if I blend it out immediately, I'll get medium coverage, which may be fine for most people, but I prefer medium full, and I can get medium full if I just let it sit for a little bit. Sometimes I blend it out with her brush, which is really nice and soft. Sometimes I use my fingers. It works well either way. Sometimes I add a dot of my Tower 28 concealer that I have been using and loving for years too. I already talked about this in my Sephora bestsellers worth your money video because I have gone through numerous tubes of this. I still use this a ton. Adding a dot of this with this kind of gives me a bit of extra brightness and maybe a bit more coverage. It just has a beautiful, natural, lovely finish. And if you are not prone to creasing under your eyes, this will probably be pretty self-setting for you. I always crease almost immediately underneath my lash line with every concealer, but I've always been really impressed with how long it takes me to crease under my lash line with this. It's a beautiful, natural, skin-like concealer that flatters, covers, and wears well. Because I always crease right under my lash line, it's just how my anatomy is. I always set my under eyes with a very fine, sheer, unpowder-like powder. The one that I reach for the most is this one from Pat McGrath. It's especially made for the under eyes to look invisible, yet sort of brighten. So before she came out with Baby Pink, which is what this one is, it just has a hint of a light pink tint to it. I wore the shade Light, which is downstairs, but I'll show them to you here side by side so you can just see them compare. There's not that much of a difference. Either one is fine. I do reach for Baby Pink more often. It just gives me a little bit of extra something, I guess, but Light is fine too. This is a very silky, sheer, finely milled, talc-free powder. It blurs and smooths and it brightens and gives a soft focus finish and doesn't build up under your eyes. It doesn't cake. You need very little product to set your under eyes beautifully. It disappears and never exaggerates any dryness, texture, or fine lines. It has this invisible natural radiance to it that doesn't look dry or like powder, but that doesn't involve any shimmer or glimmer at all. It just has a really natural effect. So if you're averse to powder under your eyes, but you crease during the day, this would be a great powder to look into. It's kind of an unpowder powder that I've been loving for a long time. I'm so glad I retried Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum. This is a non-drying shine control, lightweight, weightless actually, product that my shine-prone areas love underneath most foundations. It's water-based, there's no alcohol. I just need about 4 drops. I kind of press, rub it in. It absorbs oil and minimizes shine without drying my skin. There are nice ingredients in here that soothe, hydrate, smooth pores and texture. It also has antioxidant properties. It's completely clear, fast absorbing, translucent. You don't get that sticky feeling. I can't even tell I put anything on my skin. It never balls up or pills like some other similar products I've tried. Sometimes I wear this by itself with no makeup or under powder or powder foundation. It's kind of a no primer. I just love this so much and I reach for it all the time. I feel like this is going to last forever because you just need 4, maybe 5 drops. Kosas Blushes Life blushes are still the blushes I reach for the most. I feel like these get brought up in these types of videos a lot, but I guess that says something, right? So these are vegan, cruelty-free, and talc-free. I did pull the two shades that I wear the most. This is the blush that I'm wearing today. The shade that I have on is Hype. I feel like I've been talking about wearing this shade on a regular basis for the longest time, and there's still so much left in here. These are baked blushes swirled with two different tones to give dimension and life to your face, and they really do. There's no glitter, there's no shimmer. They apply like a dream. They're just basically no fail blushes. This is Hype Swatch. It looks completely different swatch than it does on the face. And this is Heat Wave. This is another favorite shade of mine. Gives a really pretty flush look. You can wear them sheer, you can build them. They just melt under your skin. They have squalane and hyaluronic acid, and they give a really natural, radiant, skin-like finish and wear beautifully all day long. Here I am again with Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Matte Bronzer. Let's see how far I've gotten with it now. It just keeps lasting and lasting. I feel like you get so much for your money with this bronzer, and you can buy a refill when it runs out. You don't have to repurchase the entire compact, although it is a lovely compact. This is such a huge bronzer, which I love because you can use a big fluffy brush and apply it to your body or your face. I have it in medium, which I swatched here. I feel like I should just buy a refill because it's got to run out eventually, right? I like that this shade gives me a neutral warmth to my skin. It's not too red or too orange. It's just that perfect shade that gives some life to my face. There's zero kick up with this product. I don't have to tap my brush off before I tap it to my face. It just blends out seamlessly. There's no patchiness. There are also nice ingredients in here. It has hyaluronic acid to hydrate and help your skin look softer and smoother. It has these microfine perfecting powders that sort of give a filtered look to your skin. It also has microspheres, which help with longevity and the silky texture. And it does have a very silky texture. It wears beautifully all day. I just still can't get over how often I use this. It's almost daily, and how long this has lasted me. If that's not a testament to what a great product this is, I don't know what is. Let's talk about some eyeshadows I've been reaching for the most, starting with one and dones. I love a good swipe it on and go one and done eyeshadow. Armani eye tints have been in my life a really long time, specifically the shade called Copper, shade 9S. I would describe this as a taupe shimmer. They describe it differently though, but to me, this is a great neutral, flattering taupe shimmer. I've gone through numerous tubes of this over the years. So the thing with Armani eye tints is that they are just quick and easy to swipe on and blend them out either with your finger or a brush. The pointed tip makes it easy to reach the corners of your eyes. You can also line with these. They make some deep shades, and that pointed tip makes it pretty easy. The sheen is soft and flattering, and these don't dry down and become crinkly and dry looking. They don't emphasize texture the way some liquid shadows can. They wear beautifully throughout the day, both the mattes and the shimmers. Swiping these on and blending out the edges can give you an instant put together look. So today I applied 22M Cashew. This is a very popular best-selling warm matte tan. I just apply this to the bottom part of my lid and blend it out and up. I did one eye with a brush and the other with a finger. You can do it either way. Then I completed my eye look using matte shadows from a palette that I'm going to talk about here in a second. That hint of sheen that's in the corners of my eyes is 12S Shell. Now they describe this as a light gold shimmer. I don't see any gold in this. I don't know who did their descriptions for them. It just has a nice white pearly shell look to it, and it's kind of sheer. It's not overwhelming. I really like this for doing this type of thing. And another great one and done I reach for fairly frequently is 44S Blush, which is a rose gold chrome, although I don't think the finish is that much different from the shimmer shades. This is labeled as a metallic. Armani eye tints have been in my life for years and years. They are a luxury product, but this is a product that gives me a lot of bang for my buck because I wear them a lot and they last a long time. So another one and done that I reach for a lot, this is the shade that you see above Cashew from Armani, is specifically Merit Solo Shadow in the shade Studio. I swipe this on my lid very much the same way I do the Armani, except I swipe it on with my finger and blend it out and up with my finger, and it sets down and wears all day beautifully. For those of us with more mature eyelids, I am always going to recommend to either wear a primer underneath your cream shadow or set it lightly with translucent powder, because we do have some folds and creases that things can settle into during the day. So even products that say they're going to last all day and be sweat and transfer resistant, we just can't always count on that the same way someone with the younger lids can. So that's just my little tip. But this shade is a little bit more cool toned than Cashew, and I just like reaching for it. It's very quick and easy. Okay, I've had interruptions in the middle of every single day this week, and it happens to be right now. I have a hair appointment, so when I come back to talk about eyeshadow palettes and the rest of the video, my hair will probably look slightly different. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back with some length taken off and some more layers put in. It's been a couple of hours for me, but just a few seconds for you. So let's talk about two eyeshadow palettes I reach for almost on a daily basis. We have Natasha Denona Mini Eye Sculpt and Makeup by Mario Master Mattes. I've talked about both of these quite often here on my channel. Natasha Denona Mini Eye Sculpt is the more neutral out of the two. Makeup by Mario Master Mattes has more warmth to it, but I do use both. I either dip into these to use the deeper shades as the liner, or I grab the pale shades to use as a brow bone or an inner corner highlight, or I'm using the mid-tone shades as a transition, or I'm just doing a complete matte neutral eye look. These are both creamy and blendable. Obviously, you're going to get more variety here, but this is nice and compact for travel. You can't go wrong with either. It just depends on your preference. They're great to use on their own or to have on hand as supplemental palettes to complete eye looks when using one and done shadows like I did today. Today I used this chocolate brown to line my eyes and kind of smudged it as I always do, and I used this light shade in my inner corner and my brow bone to highlight. And for my lower lash line I used this shade, but I could have used any one of these shades too, but since I have both, I just used a combination of both palettes. I sort of feel like a broken record with some of these products that I share over and over, like these eyeshadows and other products in this video, but I mean, it does show what I reach for regularly. These three lip liner shades are in regular rotation. I reach for them more than other shades in my collection. The first two are from Makeup by Mario. I've talked about these countless times. We have Smoky Pink. This one is the short one. I probably need to replace it pretty soon. I would say it's probably the closest to my natural lip shade. I can apply this lightly and it just looks really close to my own natural lip color. They describe it as a dusty nude pink. Next up is Hue, spelled like the name, H-U-G-H. That's in the middle here. It's very close to Smoky Pink. It's described as a pinky nude. It's a little bit warmer than Smoky Pink, just a tad. I just think the neutral tone of Smoky Pink fits my lip shade a little bit better. The third lip liner is Charlotte Tilbury Icon Baby, and that is this one right here. They describe this as a warm nude baby pink, but to me this is just a mid-toned peachy pink nude. And that's exactly why I love it. I wear that shade of lipstick pretty frequently, and this is a great lip liner for it if you like those tones. This probably needs to be replaced pretty soon too. It's pretty short. These are the three lipsticks I've been rotating the most, wearing most often lately. The first one on top is from Hourglass. This is the Satin Cream formula. This is in the shade Oasis. This is just a nice neutral pink. It's a mid-toned shade, and this formula is nice and comfortable, hydrating, and it lasts a long time for a bullet lipstick. This has nice opacity. It's just comfortable and flattering. The other two shades are Charlotte Tilbury Hot Lip. I just love her Hot Lips and Kissing lipstick formulas because they're creamy, comfortable, nourishing, hydrating. They're not drying at all. So this is Dance Floor Princess, which is what has been on my lips throughout this video, on top of Smoky Pink lip liner. This is In Love with Olivia. I'd say In Love with Olivia, which is right here, is a mid-toned pink with peachy undertones, just to give it a little bit of warmth. Whereas Dance Floor Princess right here is a little bit lighter and is more of a straight pink without being bubblegum. It's a little bit softer. It's not too light either. It doesn't look too pale or wash me out. So all of these are very wearable, neutral pinks. They're comfortable hydrating, have nice pigmentation, they're flattering on my lip lines, and these also wear really, really well. In every single most used Sephora products video, I rave about Tatcha the Rice Wash. This is my favorite facial cleanser of all time. I've repurchased it numerous times. It cleanses thoroughly without stripping. It's very gentle and it leaves your face feeling soft and glowy. It has this luxurious, rich, creamy lather. There is Japanese rice powder in here and you can sort of tell that with how it lathers. I use and rotate other cleansers. I test other cleansers, but I always end up going back to this. I have a soft spot for it because I notice a difference with my skin when I use this. There is a soft fragrance to it. Some people don't like having fragrance at all in their cleanser, so if that's you, this may not be the cleanser for you. I find it pleasant when I'm using it. It doesn't linger after you rinse it off. This is a very special, luxurious cleanser. I love it and I won't be without it. This is my third bottle of Clean Skin Reserve perfume. This is my perfect everyday comfort perfume. I know what wears beautifully on me may not for you because perfume wears so differently from person to person, but on me and to me, this is clean, soft, and pretty. The way the notes you see on screen come together and how they develop as it wears on your skin, it's just such a lovely, feminine, creamy musk. It's not overpowering. It has a touch of sweet from the vanilla and the praline, but it's not overly sweet either. It's just a warm, gentle hug in a bottle for me. I love this. I spray it when I'm just wearing jeans and a t-shirt. I spray it on myself at night. I absolutely adore it, and I will purchase it again when this runs out. This is the body lotion I have been applying every time I get out of the shower, and I've been using it for so long now that feels like it's almost empty. I probably need to repurchase it in my upcoming haul. This is the Soft Services Korea Cream. This is a daily softening body lotion, and it's really perfect for those of you who don't typically like the way body lotion makes your skin feel. It's extremely lightweight and absorbs fully into your skin without feeling sticky or tacky. It gives intense hydration to your skin, and it exfoliates in the process. There are really nice ingredients in here that address bumpy skin texture, persistent dryness and itchiness, and dead skin buildup. That's really important the older we get because our skin cell turnover slows down. So this is created for all skin types, especially if you have chronically dry or parched or weathered skin, sensitive skin. So in addition to the moisturizing and exfoliating ingredients that are in here, there are also ingredients to keep your skin calm, soothed, to soften it and help it retain moisture as well. I love how thoroughly moisturized my skin has remained the entire time I've been using this without feeling like I have a layer of lotion, moisturizer sitting on top of my skin. This is a high quality moisturizer that's actually doing something. So if you're in the market for that, or if you've just really never worn body lotion because you hate the way it feels, you may want to give this one a try. Because I'm always asked how I get these waves in my hair when I do them, I just wanted to quickly point out that you can get the tool I use from Sephora. All I do is clamp it down my hair. It's quick and easy to do, and it does have an adjustable temperature range from 120 degrees to 390 degrees Fahrenheit. I usually turn it all the way up and just go down the length of my hair in sections for just tousled, kind of beachy looking waves. I use this pretty frequently for that look. I have two dry shampoos to share with you that I use most often. I do not use these in the same way because they function completely differently from one another. One is in an aerosol can, the other is not. These serve two different purposes for me. So let's go ahead and talk about Living Proof Advanced Clean Dry Shampoo, which I have shared many many times on this channel. This is the limited edition Amber Velvet. I've shared the regular scent in the silver can plenty of times here. It basically cleans your hair as close to a rinse out shampoo, which is one of the reasons why I love it. It gets rid of oil, sweat, and odor and leaves you with shine and softness instead of white powdery gunk the way most dry shampoos do. It balances your scalp's sebum levels and conditions your scalp and the ends of your hair, and it does a great job of extending time between washes. I use this sometimes at night if I wash my hair at night as a preventative measure, so I accumulate less oil overnight and can go a bit longer the next day. I also use this to give my hair more body during the day sometimes. This dry shampoo is better for your scalp than most other dry shampoos, which is why I like it, and I can use it in that way, whereas I can't most other dry shampoos. I also use it sometimes before I heat style my hair with hot tools to give my hair some extra grit to hold the style longer, and of course I use it as a traditional dry shampoo. So let's get into K18 Air Wash Dry Shampoo. This is different from any other dry shampoo on the market. First off, it looks insanely expensive because it's so highly concentrated. I actually really disliked this at first because I was using too much. This feels wet on your hair. It does not feel like any other dry shampoo. You really have to trust the process here. This is a non-aerosol dry shampoo that you have to shake up 5 to 10 seconds before you use it, and you need to hold the bottle 4 to 6 inches away. And then you section your hair however you want to section it, as messy as you want, and you spray 1 spray per section. A little bit goes a long way, so start there. Once you've finished spraying it, massage it into your scalp fully with your fingers, and then you can brush it through the length of your hair if you wish to do so. Because getting my hair wet at my scalp always messes up my little cowlicks and waves that go different directions that I've already styled close to my scalp. I thought this was going to mess my hair up that I already styled right away, but it doesn't. If your hair feels gritty or powdery, or like you can't get your fingers through your hair, you can't finger comb it, you've applied too much. The key for me was spraying just enough throughout my scalp, not spraying it through the lengths of my hair, and doing exactly what I showed you. This also has a patented technology in it, just like this, that traps and eliminates odor. It also absorbs oil without feeling gritty and without leaving a white cast. It helps with volume a little bit, and it also helps balance your scalp. This is a super turbo dry shampoo. It really gets the job done. This is one that I only use on second day hair. It doesn't work for those other things that I use this for. But my hair will feel like I washed it brand new for the entire day into another day after I use this. It's just tweaking exactly how much you need in the very beginning. But once you get that, it's a really great dry shampoo to extend time between washes. So this one is a little more versatile. This one is super powerful, but they both have a place for me, and I use and love them both. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more Sephora recommendations, including new releases and best sellers at Sephora worth your money, you can see them here. If you enjoyed this, I would love it if you would give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Thank you so much, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.